I've had this last couple of weeks has been circling back around to some different ways and methods that I've used in the past. It's been kind of interesting. So today's going to be a mix of channeling with me here like this, and we're gonna also do some guided meditation so that you all can connect within to Metatron on your own. So we're gonna go on a little journey with all that today. But I wanted to start by just talking a little bit about some information about Metatron. Anyone, I know some of you are pretty familiar with Metatron. Is there anyone that's not really heard anything? So everyone's a little bit familiar. I find it really fascinating because Metatron is one of the two of the major archangels that we see talked about a lot. That the name doesn't end with EL, which means, like God. So the reason that is because Metatron, and there's one other one, Sandalphon, it is talked about in books of the Bible that actually didn't make it into the Bible, that Enoch ascended into the angel known as Metatron. So it's really fascinating to realize that Metatron, as we'll talk about more and more today, and I'm sure that he'll come through and talk a little bit more specifically about, but you can imagine when an energy, a soul, a being goes through that kind of process, has a lot of experience with helping us with bringing together the pieces of our life, and how do those puzzle pieces fit together, and how do the laws of the universe and the esoteric knowledge that we have, both earthly and non-physical, and different ways to connect, how do those come together? So Metatron's an amazing angel to work with that can help bridge and bring those pieces together. So another interesting part and piece to that, I've been getting more and more interested in the astrological influence with the archangels. And Metatron, the main astrological influence is Virgo. So it's fascinating. We have Virgo over here, so you have a sense that Metatron can do a lot of things. He's very can go from one thing to the next, and has a lot of knowledge, and can help us synthesize all of our pieces in our life that we're trying to build and grow, and help us hone in and get more efficient, let go of what's not serving us, and focus in on what is. It's a very powerful energy to help with all of that. Also helps us with our sensitivities and our spiritual higher self, of how do those pieces interconnect with our physical. So as we go on the meditation and do that, you'll see he's very well known with the sacred geometry. Many of you, I'm sure, heard of the Metatron cube. Stacy over here makes these cloths, and they're awesome for making grids. And then I was guided, I needed to make a grid for the class before we came in here. And in the middle of it's a Merkaba, which is a part of the Metatron cube. It's very fascinating, all of that. But if you think about the sacred geometries, they're the building blocks of life, and the building blocks both physical and non-physical. And so there again, he's working with these building blocks, and how do you synthesize and work with that esoteric knowledge and bring it into practical. And I find Metatron's just incredible with that. And anytime that I'm working in a project, or have worked in a project, I'll either call on him, or he'll even step in, because I've worked with angels so much, and help me do that, because sometimes I'll find I get overwhelmed with all the different parts and pieces of things, and I find in a short matter I'll hone in on what I need to hone in on when I call his energy in. So I invite you to play with him on your own, and this Merkaba and the sacred geometry. We'll talk about it more after because we're going to go on a journey first. Has anyone had any experiences on your own that you'd like to share? Metatron experiences?
I mean, I'll just share about my research running with the sacred geometry is that part of my opening to being more willing to be open to the spiritual gifts and deciding to actually actively develop that in my life, I was guided to start drawing the flower of life pattern with the circles and the six, the six little flower in the middle. And I was also guided to not look up anything about it, but to just draw it and sit with it and meditate with the symbol. And then, of course, today I was guided to a video, and this has been the past like 2.5 weeks I've been doing that. Drawn like 4 of them now, and colored it, and made a whole art piece from them. So this morning I was guided to a video that explained exactly how that relates to the rest of the sacred geometry, and of course, I know that Metatron is the angel that most closely works with this and his cubes. So.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
He was working with you with that for surfing, and I have a similar experience. We were sharing experiences earlier, working on my card, and there's a numerology component, and I as well started drawing. Was really guided to the flower of life and those different symbols, the Metatron cube, and I started, same thing that you went through, just had to start drawing, and I went through it 5 different times until the shape synthesized in a way to create the geometry for each of the numbers. It was so fascinating. And the video that she sent me this video today too, and I watched it, and if anybody's interested, it's really fascinating. There's some great stuff on YouTube. I was like, ding, 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 ding. Like all the little things that had happened to me just dinged off in that video. It was like, wow, and I learned more. It's really cool. So I would highly recommend, if you're interested, to do a little bit more investigation about the flower of life, which is what is used up here. Really fascinating, and you may find yourself connecting a few dots if you're in the middle of working with the geometries or guided. So without further ado, I'm going to sit, we're going to turn on a little bit of music, and we're going to invite our beloved in, who's already here. I'm going to do a little meditation. I'd like for everybody just to get really comfortable in your chair, or if you would be more comfortable laying on the floor, I would invite you to do that, whatever's comfortable for you. Let's all take a nice deep breath together. And one more. I'd like for you just to imagine this beautiful crystal white light swirling above your head. Laced with this gentle, calm, pink energy, pink and green. As it gently descends like a waterfall, moving in slow time down over your head. And as it gently rolls down all sides of your face and back of your head, feeling the muscles, the cells, and every part of your body relaxing. Letting your eyes, letting your neck, and all of your face muscles just totally and completely relax. this gentle wave of love and relaxation to continue moving down your shoulders and gently falling down your back and your chest. Feeling every cell, allowing every cell with every breath you take to relax even deeper and let go of any tension from your day. This beautiful light, the pink and the green and the crystal light moving through your lungs and all of your organs, your liver, kidneys, stomach, intestines, just gently cleansing and relaxing. Getting your whole body in tune with peace and love. This gentle waterfall continue down your legs, relaxing your muscles, tendons, cells. Allowing this gentle waterfall to continue moving down your calves and into your feet. Gently rolling around your feet and onto the floor. And the energy of this beautiful light just moving ever so gently down below your feet and into the ground and earth. Going to the core of the earth. Grounding your beautiful stream of consciousness from the infinite down into this seemingly finite experience, like a lightning rod or ground wire, so that the energies may flow in perfect and delicious and ease through your body. Down your spine. And this energy continues to go deeper throughout each one of your energy centers, your many hundreds of energy centers in your body, including the 7 major chakras. Clearing, cleansing, and releasing any tension, judgments, thoughts, feelings that don't serve you any longer. And now this beautiful sphere of green and pink light begins to descend above your head and down into your crown chakra, gently making its way down your spine and to your heart. As it gets to your heart, you feel like an egg, it cracks open. And inside, are these beautiful trapezoidal, triangular shapes that move and grow into in size and move into space to create a Merkaba field centered in your heart chakra. Allowing this Merkaba to just grow and expand into your whole aura and energy field. And notice as Archangel Metatron steps before you. Maybe you see him as clear as day, or feel him, or just know that he's there with you. However this is for you is perfect. I invite you to say hello to this beautiful angel that is now standing before you. And who now takes the reins of this beautiful energetic geometry that's building within your field. And he begins to build his Metatron cube. Allowing all of the pieces to connect together to build this sacred shape that he has come to assist you with grounding, healing, and order. Accepting your gifts right now. In just a moment, you will begin to experience in your own way as Metatron begins to move the sacred geometry up and down and through your auric field as it spins and rotates. Opening your physicality to your soul, expanding your perceptions, and planting and dispersing the light within your field now. And he shows me and asks for each one of you to, either within your mind's eye or physically or both, to open your palms as he sets within each one of your palms a version of this light geometry. To activate your palms as together they move up and through your hands and up your arms and connect together at your heart. Amplifying this into your energy field and planting seeds and attuning your heart to Metatron's energy. Beloveds, each one of you is a sacred gift. You are here to do great things. And whatever that great thing is to you, the most important is your joy. Whether your life is moving at fast paced or slow. Remember that your joy is most important. This light that I have shared with you is here to help you and connect you with the joy in your heart and the next step on your path. You beautiful, sensitive ones, I'm here to work with you to honor your sacred gifts. Your innate sensitivities have opened you to the realm that us angels operate from. Just ask and we are here. What I most wish to say to you this beautiful day, remember that each day is sacred. Each moment is sacred. That there is never any rush in your life. If you feel rushed, take a breath. And ask, and I will graciously remind you and give you the gift of these beautiful green and pink lights, which will help calm and center and bring you back to your heart space, from where all great things begin. Dear ones, know at any time you can sit in meditation, you can sit in peace, you can sit in wherever you are and call in this sacred shape that we have worked with. My cube, the Metatron's cube. And it will help to bring you back to center, and it will help to focus you on the now moment. Just take a moment. If you haven't already, to introduce yourself to Metatron. And ask him to give you a sign in your life that he is present and operating. If there's anything on your heart that you wish to release or share, please share it with Metatron. And whenever you're ready, just gently come back into this physical space. Remember that at any time you can create that space by going and sitting in meditation, sitting in a quiet place, whatever that looks like for you. Call in Metatron or any one of the angels and invite them into your life. Give any of your heartstrings over, and they will gladly assist you. And I'm going to just move right in. Welcome, beloveds. How can I help you on your journey today? I'm here because many of you have questions of the heart, and I wish to move directly into this part of our journey this evening. Is there anything that you would like for me to help you with?
Well, I actually have a two-part question.
Yes.
We get to work together at Metatron and I quite a bit. And several things that between him and guys have been really strong with lately is that we have actually stepped into the fifth world, the new earth. We've made the move. And I'd like some clarity on that.
What specific can I focus on for you?
We're feeling so much in the way of the new vibration, so much is changing globally. It's hard to say, can you tell me when that happened? But that's kind of part of the question. When did we make this beautiful step?
Well, dear one, this has been going on. There was never one spot when it happened. That is part of the shift in consciousness, is there never is one spot when things just turn on. It's just a natural flow of energies that continually evolve. This evolution has been going on like a circle. You have, and the earth energies, there was another time or place where it was in a similar vibration. It comes back around. Everything comes back around.
Okay, I do understand that, but I'm also feeling the difference now.
And so how can I help you? What is it that you need that I can help you with?
Well, let's try part two and maybe they'll come together, which is that I'm also understanding that we are moving to where truth, globally, truth is in the forefront. Years in the past, they had talked about a quest for hope. Quest for hope via humanity got stalled. And now it's important for us to move into truth to reach that hope. What can we do to assist that process?
Dear one, truth is within your heart. We would ask you to focus more on who and what you are doing than focusing on all of the external things that were going on. You know, sometimes when you focus in on certain of what you call your leaders right now, and you focus and put much energies, you bring yourself into and allow your energies to swirl into all the chaos. And the best and most clearest way is to stay in your own peace with whatever and wherever you are. And the truth is within your heart. You follow your own heart, and you will always be guided. You dear ones make things much more complicated in the esotericness of what you think the esotericness can be. But it's very simple. And you never need to get into the complexity of it all in your life, because the moment that you do, you get confused. And the questions begin, and they go, and they continue to expand. And it is very simple. Love is all there is. And when you focus on love is all there is, and then you go and you look at your media and your different things, you immediately take your attention away from love. Unless, if you can be clear within your heart and look and love all of the chaos as it is. This is the way to the truth.
Mm-hmm.
The way to the truth is finding peace and doing peace for yourself, and you know this when you do it.
Mhm.
Do you not?
I stay in my truth. I have zero difficulty with that. So yes.
So what is the question? You're wanting something,
Um,
and how can we help get to the bottom of your question?
I guess because it's really not so much for me on a personal level as it is on a global level. I know to step back when need be for media, etc. So much truth is being, it's like a stew pot, it's just boiling up. Truth, it's everywhere. And I love seeing this. Just was wondering if there was anything additional to do to assist that way of truth.
Bringing your light and love and all that you do is all that you can do.
Okay.
And keep it simple, dear one. Keep it simple. That is the best way in these energies that we are in, because there is so much that you are seeing evolving before your eyes. And the second you get so caught in those different things, it will take you out of seeing the truth. There's difference between knowing and seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So we would ask that you play with that a little bit more.
I'll do that.
And when you're in your beautiful artistic mode, that is the mode of which we were speaking of.
Okay.
And play with that a little bit more.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How can I help you? Anything on your heart? Yes, dear one.
I'd like some help around synthesizing kind of all the different healing elements in my career, and particularly any guidance you would share around the organite.
Okay, I'm gonna step out for just a second because I'm to explain something that's going on. This is something new for me. This is the questions that the angels are focusing on is at a much higher vibrational level than, so I have to help you all understand that the questions are less about that they're going to answer the archangels. This is one thing that I'm learning. They are going to answer the questions not in how am I going to, like a psychic would.
Mm-hmm.
That's not how they work. They're here to empower each one of you to be your best. They don't interfere. This is part of the teaching today. They do not interfere with all the mess. They will assist you to do whatever you need to do to be your highest and best self. And that includes, which thank you Metatron, and we're gonna move right into that. That includes Metatron's gifting of helping you decipher and disseminate through his sacred geometries of how you look at your life in joy and go, this brings me joy. Here's one of the building blocks that I need. Here is something else that brings me joy and that I have experienced. And here's another piece. And allow these pieces, allow yourself to play with these pieces. This is the key to working in your life and allowing it to evolve. We sometimes, switching back into me, we sometimes get caught up in getting from A to B. How do I get to B? How do I get to B? Instead of being okay at A. And we have to learn to be okay at A before we can get to B. And the angels can help us get from A by learning how to appreciate where we're at A. And in these energies that we're in right now, we have to be okay in all of the mess, all of the chaos, all of whatever's going on, and learn to love wherever it is, because if we don't, we're going to be constantly asking questions that keep us, and the shift that has happened to me within the last 2 weeks is you have to be really careful with what you are dealing with when you are asking for psychic information, because the moment you ask a question that is in terms of what do I do, and there's a specific frequency in that. If it's what do I do or how do I be my best self, that's a very high frequency question, and that the angels can answer you pretty direct in those areas. If you ask, what do I do? They can't answer that for you. They can help you, guide you to play and look in certain areas and explore. They're not here to take us straight in and answer direct questions. And I've had to really, I've had seen this so clearly this last 2 weeks. They've showed it to me. They showed it to me in this experience of being around a lot of intuitives people, and how disempowering, if you're not really crystal clear on what the intent is behind giving information, you're literally taking someone's and yourself's power away in that moment. And this has been coming to this point. I was like, so at some point we were going to have to share this information, so tonight it is. So the best way to ask Metatron a question would be, if you're having a challenge in your life, is how can I find peace? Where do I look for that? That would be the best way to go about it. Where can I find healing? What do I need to do for healing? What would be a good avenue? Here's what's going on in my life, because they're best at answering direct questions, all of the energies. Because broad questions, there's about 1 million ways to look at it that they can come at. So if you have a specific intent, it can really help them zone in for you. And I've been learning this with my counsel too. They're designed to just really focus in, because there's where you're allowing that free will piece over. You're giving it for them to give you direct answers. So I would like to open the floor back up and just play with this a little bit, because I'm playing with it too. This energy is so transforming, and I'm learning that for me to be the clearest channel, a lot of those different types of energies, I have to come out of it to answer the question. I have to go into the lower frequency, because it's a lower vibe question. And this may change again, I have no idea, but I know right now that I have to be real direct with it. Those are lower vibe questions, because there's a different intent there, and we have to help teach right now of what the difference is, because there's a huge shift. And I think maybe that they're taking us on this journey today a little different, but that is where really your question is going, is what and how do we interact on the planet now? What does that look like? It's a lot different.
What does it look like? I go through far closer than the Christy did.
So what does that look like? And I'm going to allow Metatron to work through me. Beloved, this is a great shift and opportunity today to help each and every one of you feel how important it is to be very clear in your lives about what you are allowing and disallowing, what you give focus to and what you do not. Because there are many layers to your questions and your intents. And us angels, we are here for you always, but we wish to empower you with the light in your hands, that you have the sacred torch within your heart. We are one energy. This is the difference that you are experiencing now. There is not us angels out here and you little ones over here. You are a reflection of the divinity of us. I am you and you are me. If you ever hear someone say that you are not an angel, you are. You are. We have different roles in the universe. We work in different frequencies, but you are your own angel. You are an angel for others. This is how you get in touch with your sacred purpose and mission, is believing that you are the angel that you are seeking. This is the shift. There's no more out there. It's all in here. And from here, all things are possible. It's no more what can I do first out here. It's first in here, to where you connect with all that is, where you see where your judgment or your perception is not clear, such that the things going on in your life continue to magnify what is not clear. So we are here to assist you to disseminate through these energies, but remember, please, we're here to help you shift that mental vibration of separate versus oneness. We are all as different rays of the same source, having different vantage points that we are and you are seeing through. But there is really a bigger unifier, witnesser at the source of it all. And your bodies are nothing but this potential for you to see separation versus oneness. And as you see your neighbor as yourself, as you see us angels speaking as yourself, this is where you begin to empower and get in sync with the cosmos, with the universe within you, with all that is along your path, with your healing. And we see that these challenging energies that are bubbling up, old patterns and thoughts and experiences and emotions for you to look at. And look at them from a new vantage point, not from the old one of pushing them away or running here or there to get help to fix them, but it's 100% in here. And there is never any judgment about the ways and avenues that you get help for your body or your mind or the different scenarios that life takes you on when you need help. But at the core of it all, of the change that is happening, and everyone in this room, I say this to because you all are all holding space for light, to be bearers of greatness, to be examples for others that are not yet awake to the oneness. You are the reflectors for them. You are the reflectors for you. This is the great opportunity of the time, is to see everyone in your life as you. Everyone. And when the emotion comes up, this person did this person did that, remember, they are you. What are you seeing? What are you believing about the person? What are you experiencing? Even on the most traumatic, and we share this with love, but now is the time for you to see and begin to open your physical senses to the oneness at hand, to the person that's coming toward you with anger. It's not about you, it's about the energies that they are moving through and dealing with. And that is for them to deal with. And you can be of service by loving them just as they are, angry, sad, open to love, not open to love. So to answer your question, this is the most important piece for all of you on this path that are ready to step into your greatness. Seeing your neighbor as yourself, because there is no separation. It is all perception. It is all the story of your physicality. And I can help you, dear ones. I am merely your light reflection. So that you may see, by looking at me, that the peace is already there. The knowing is already there. Whatever that next step is, I'm a mirror to you, showing you that you are perfect where you are. That yes, this is your heart that is calling to you. Follow it. Follow it one step at a time. There's never any need to be in a hurry. For your earth plane that has been the dominant frequency for millennia is how do you control and speed up and force. This is the time to surrender in grace and feel grace pulsing through your heart and pulsing through all of your energy system and channels, and let yourself experience the flowers. I will tell you, I would give any gift to experience through your physicalities, to be able to touch your neighbor's cheek or a beloved's cheek and look into their eyes. This is something that you have a special vantage point to work in. And it can be challenging to see the oneness, but this is the highest work of you workers of light that are here to hold the anchor in. When you feel hurt, ask us angels to be your mirror. That's what we do. We are your light reflection. It is not us that is light, it is you, it is we. It is one. There are many stories that are being told. But the basic truth that you could remember at this time is that you are your neighbor. And watch as you go out into your life and you acknowledge your neighbor with all their interestingness. And what about their interestingness brings rise within you? Is it not just an aspect of yourself to look at and be okay with and love? For through your physical vantage points, you're just seeing from a different perspective is all. Great things are possible. And many of you have heard stories of many of the great lovers who have come onto the planet to share greatness and give a testament to love embodied. Well, you are the ones now, all of you. There is not one here and one there and one over there and one over here. You're all it. This is your job that you came in to experience with joy, is to learn to fully embrace and embody love, unconditional love. And the reflections that you run into are just to show a part of yourself that is open and ready to see love. The ones that are creating wars, they are the most afraid. And they need compassion more than anyone else. And many of you know this. You have experienced being abandoned or pushed away, or some part of you was believed to not be good enough. You know what this feels like. So it's rather can be more easy when you've experienced pain and trauma from feeling not good in some aspect of yourself. So therein lies your gift, the opening in this human experience for you to look at the other in compassion, in reflection of how you have experienced and how you know that that is no longer a valid state to bring peace on the planet. And each one of you are doing it step by step. Embrace yourselves. Embrace that wherever you are right now is exactly perfect. You don't need to turn up the speed even one notch. Your in tuneness with the flows of life is all that you need. When you feel the door open, then it's time. And we can be your light reflections if you resist or are working through some of the hesitation. But all I wish to share with you today is this peace that is within you. Look for it the next time you run into someone or some experience that triggers an upset or an old pattern. Take a look. And allow it to be an opportunity for you to find peace somewhere there. May I answer any other questions for you today? Yes, beloved.
My question is a bit strange, I guess, but it's more so geared towards Metatron and not so much. But my question is Metatron is often described as the enlightened or exalted version of the prophet Enoch, Noah's great-grandfather. And in that respect, I ask, what was the transformation like to go from Enoch to the archangel Metatron? Was it maybe the fact that you became willing to realize or surrender the fact that you weren't a human and that you and God were one? Or do you think it might have been your willingness to be of service to God or your willingness to understand Him? And I ask because I'm looking for understanding of my angels and of God.
Beloved, that is a beautiful question. And it's very much in line with what we were talking about today. As you continue to raise your perspective on love for all that is, you reach a point where your whole frequency, as you embody love in your body and you embrace all parts of your life in love, your body becomes light. And as that light frequency continues to raise, you get to reach a place of seeing that there is no separation. And you are gently invited. It is no complicated process. It is simply allowing your light to embody completely into your vessel where there is no difference one from the other. It is love manifest at its most highest vibration. And as you learn and operate your life in that way, your body becomes lighter and lighter, and there's less needs for your body as you move in that direction. And it's simply a choice, an offering. And there is not one way or another. I was given the opportunity to be a servant in the particular genre that I am in, and I graciously accepted the opportunity. And every one of you will have your own opportunity at your own time, in your own place. There is never any judgment in your process. It is your process. But know that that is available in your commitment to love all that is in your life. You raise the frequency of your physicalness. And your physicalness naturally can go with you wherever you go. And there are many that have, on your planet, have gone through this process. And in many different lineages, not just one of your religions or this one or that one, but all over the map. There are many that come and go as they wish, because they have mastered the embodiment of love. And you are in the time of doing and opening these channels on a bigger level. So all I would say is there's always an opportunity for seeing love around every corner. And so it is. Thank you all.